Hi, I'm Chris, and today I'm going to teach you how to represent any number in binary. Okay, so let's say you have two numbers, A and B. Now, you can represent the division of A and B in this way. A over B equals the quotient of A over B, which we'll say is Q, times, plus the remainder of A divided by B over B. Okay, so we can make it so we're only dealing with integers by simply multiplying both sides by b. So we have a equals q times b plus r. Okay, so now we see that any integer can be represented by in terms of smaller integers. Okay, so let's say we're dealing with some number a, and we wanted to represent it in terms of 2. Okay, so we say that a is equal to the quotient of a and 2 times 2 plus the remainder of a over 2. Okay, so we have that expression, and let's say we also want to represent q in terms of 2. So that eventually we'll just have everything in terms of 2 and the remainder. Okay, so we have q is equal to, let's say, q2, and I'll put 2 on this side this time, times 2, plus the remainder, r1, or r2 of q over 2. Okay, so you see that we have a recursive function here. If you continue in this manner, you're eventually going to get a quotient of some number and 2 equal to or less than 2. And we're going to deal with 1 and not 0, which for a reason you'll see in a second. Okay, so we have 1 is equal to 0 times 2 plus 1. Okay, so now we have the 0 case. 0 is equal to 2 times 0 plus 0. And that's what we in the recursive programming business called the base case. Okay, so now we want to represent this in binary. Well, it doesn't take too long to figure out that the binary representation of the number 2 is 1, 0. And because the remainder of any number divided by 2 will always be 1 or 0, we'll have a system of 2 1s and 0s, or 1 0 1 and 0. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the actual writing of the function, and I'm going to use the program Dr. Scheme. You can use a different program. Alright, we'll define the function as des to bin, and give it the parameter n. Okay, so we're going to do a condition statement. Start with the base case of 0, That's how you pronounce that, 0, n. Then just bring out a 0. Okay, and the next condition will just be else, and we'll say 2 times. Well, we're just going to for this initial function, it's just going to pretty much echo the number you give it, but I'll change that after I'm done to make it into binary. Okay, so we want to recurse. So the new number we'll be dealing with is the quotient, as we discussed before. Quotient, quotient n2, and we're going to add, we're going to add the remainder. N2. Okay, so that's pretty much the function. Well, that's the function that will echo it at first, but let's just test it out. Des2bin 6. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah, I've been doing C for a bit too long. I forgot what the standard function notation was. Let's try that again. Des2bin 6. And it just echoes the number because we have this 2 here instead of the binary representation of 2. So we're just going to change that 2 into a 10 or a 10 in decimal pronunciation. Okay, so let's try that again. Des-bin 6, and we get a 110. Okay, we're going to verify that that's right by doing every number that leads up to that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we can see that through addition, that seems to make sense. Okay, so there you have it. We learned how to represent any number in binary. Thank you for listening.